This is another motor stream. Crazy shit, guys. And that alleyway is pretty tight. And I don't think I have service in this guy's house. But guys, this is another no AC call. I don't know what brand it is. I don't know if that was a Linux. It was faded away. But guys, I got here and my compressor, everything inside was working. My compressor was short cycling and I can get my outdoor fan motor to run. And guys, this particular motor, you'll see it once I take this off. This motor, this outdoor fan motor, takes a 10 microfarad cap. And this isn't a universal motor. So the actual outdoor capacitor size was I think it was a 45-10. It was a crazy size. But I didn't have that size capacitor, so what I did was I tried to use a two capacitor setup, and I'll explain how to do that probably in another video. But instead of having both motors go to the same capacitor, there's a way you can have two separate capacitors, one for each motor, and you bridge the C port, and there's a way how you guys can do it. But ideally, you want to use one cap if you can to save space. But for this particular setup, guys, I tried to use a 10 microfarad cap alone, and I still couldn't get this thing to run, and it was burning hot. So right now, I just took this old motor back to the truck, and I got my IV, and I got my penetrate oil. You guys know the routine. Let me show you. Well, before I lubricate this here, let me get some sandpaper. And as you can see, that shaft is pretty rusted. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some sandpaper. And let me show you. I'm trying to smoothen this up as much as I can. Get some of that excess rust. Hold on. Come on, phone. Try to get some of that excess rust from around the shaft so I can make the penetrate oil lubricate the shaft more, so it'll be easier for me to take this out, hopefully without a pulley puller. And even before I take this set screw out, I'm going to soak the shaft. And guys, my method of doing this is I clean the shaft and I lubricate it before I take the screw out, because once I take the screw out, initially you're going to have a gap in between the shaft and the hub. So once I take the screw out, even more lubrication is going to go around that shaft, and that is what helps me with taking these shafts out. And let me get my stuff. And guys, I got like 2 other calls left. So, I mean, like I said, after a while of doing these motors, they're all the same. Luckily, I don't have to go to a supply house, but I probably wasn't going to take too long to do this motor. But this is, by the way, guys, this is a first-time customer. So we don't have history of what was going on here. But this unit was covered in a lot of debris and dust. And I'm going to show you guys once I take this shaft out. I'm going to keep all my stuff in one. I might need my pulley puller on this one. I'm going to show you guys something here. I literally just put the lubrication around the shaft, like probably, maybe a minute ago, give or take. I'm going to let that sit. But like I said, guys, I mean, there's more than one way to skin a bear. I saw guys whack shafts with a hammer, and it actually worked. But guys, the issue is, if you warp this shaft, it's never going to come out right, even with a pulley puller. So, and I want to show you guys. Hold on. The one I got, yeah. I never actually showed you guys this, but this is my pulley puller. I actually have 2 of these on every van. And like I said, with this goes around the hub. You got screws around the hole. You tighten it up and you push this in, and it separates the shaft from the condenser fan blade. But like I said, guys, that would be my last resort if this lubrication doesn't free up the shaft here. All right, let me get us a shot here. Let me get us a shot. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back for the 5 boroughs. Come on. This shit's not coming out. Now, guys, another trick. I want to show you something. And like I said, guys, you do not want to warp the shaft. Another trick I've seen guys do, if you got enough lubrication around the shaft and you have enough space, you can put a channel lock on one end. Basically, you want the blade to turn in a different direction than the shaft. That can be another method, but like I said, guys, with something like this, if I got a pulley puller, I'm just going to use it. I really don't like to waste time. And like I said, guys, you'll realize sometimes you got to do what you got to do, but with something like this, if I got the right tool and this thing didn't come out on its own, I'm just going to use my pulley puller. And like I said, guys, you hold on to this pulley puller, keep all your accessories in the bag, and you'll never have to buy this tool twice. So this is what you use. And like I said, guys, these 3 screws here fits around the hub of the condenser fan motor, and once you tighten it up, you literally push this in, and once this rod here goes down, it separates the blade from the hub. Well, it separates the blade from the shaft. But I'm gonna show you guys this here. So what I'm doing now is I'm loosening this up. All right. And now, this goes on just like that. But guys, be careful. You don't want to put this screw through a hole of the set screw. Otherwise, you're going to warp the hole of the set screw, and now the set screw is not going to go in all the way. But let me do this because I don't have 3 hands here. Hold on. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back. And God's trust, I love 50 Deluxe. Hey guys, I don't know about you guys, but it says it's 92 out here, but like I said, I don't know if it's me, because I'm used to being in hot weather already, but it doesn't feel like it's 92. It doesn't feel like it's 92 out here. It's only about 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. I think today and tomorrow is going to be almost 100 degrees as the high. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back for the 5 boroughs. And God's trust, I love 50 Deluxe. Just give me what you can't get back. Just give me. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back. All right, guys, let me show you what I did here. Check it out. I just carefully tighten up all 3 screws. And guys, here's the thing. You don't want to tighten one screw up too tight at a time. You want to do all three evenly. So go one turn, one turn, one turn, and you keep going until all three is tight. If you tighten one side up too much, the other two screws is going to be loose. And now my pulley puller is not going to be flat on the shaft. You guys see how flat that is? If it was loose, it will still be tight, but as soon as I try to use this tool, it's going to come out. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back. 45 boroughs. All right, now guys, it's time to have some fun. And my camera is fucked up here. What is this, a filter? Hold on, guys. There we go. Yeah, this phone be trippy sometimes. Before the sound went out, and I didn't even know. I was talking for like 3 minutes without no one hearing me. But check this out. This is part of my pulley puller. This is how I do it, guys. I use the 3/4 adapter, and I have the piece that hooks up to my drill. I'll put that on this, so whenever my drill turns, my tool turns. I know some guys, they use a wrench, and like I said, you can to each his own. I just like doing things that work for me. But you put this on here, put the drill in, and you get a pair of vice grips to hold this down. And once this goes in, this comes up. And guys, once again, the purpose of the pulley puller is to separate the blade from the shaft. I don't care about the shaft, but I want the blade. But I got to get my vice grips from behind the truck here. Let me get my stuff. I'll be right back. Why don't you can't get back to 45 boroughs. Where is my shit? Here we go. And God trusts I lust for 850 below. Why don't you give me the world? So guys, this is what I was talking about. I wish you can see this shit, so I have to keep moving the camera. But it goes over just like that. Hold on. Why don't you give me the... See how the vice grips are on there? Now, what I do... I know this shit is probably going to fall. If it do, so be it. Now I get my glove and I crack my fingernail on the install. So I'm trying to do this with a Band-Aid. I know this motherfucker might bleed, but so be it. So be it. You got to do what you got to do, fellas. You got to do what you got to do. Take this out. And this is what goes on the drill. Okay. And guys, make sure you got a full charge on your battery, because this shit is going to drain your battery. I can tell you right now. If you got like a half a charge, it's definitely going to drain your battery. And guys, see this? Just look at my right hand. Pay attention, guys. Pay attention. My right hand is on the vice grips, and this is what's going to push down on the pulley puller. So once I push down, it's going to come up. It's going to happen quick, so pay attention, guys. I'm only going to show you this one time. Why don't you give me the world? All right, guys, look. See what happened? Pay attention. I don't know if y'all in class, y'all in the toilet, or y'all running service calls like me. But see what just happened? Look what just happened. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back. For the 5 boroughs. All right, guys, look at this. You just missed it, man. For y'all to just join, y'all just missed the action. See? That just happened. By me pushing down with the drill, that pretty much lifted up the shaft. But since my 3 screws is in the hub, it lifted right up. And that, my friends, is how you use a pulley puller. Any questions? Let me know in the comments, guys. I'll try to read the comments, but once again, I'm multitasking out here. Why don't you give me the world? And guys, look. Whenever you use these smaller tools, make sure you put everything back, because this is where I was telling you guys before. When I do my motors, this is why I like working on everything outside, not necessarily near the unit. All of my smaller things, I'm still going to need this, my set screw, and like I said, all my drill bits. I like keeping everything where I know it is. I don't like putting things on the ground. Like I said, I know exactly where everything is, so. And I just heard something fall. I see it. Why don't you give me the world? And guys, now I'm done with my pulley puller. So now I'm gonna just loosen up my 3 screws. And I'm gonna probably clean this blade as well too, because this blade is like covered in junk. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back. For the 5 boroughs. And my friends, that's how it's doing. So look, this goes back in my tool bag, and this is now open. Now, this is dirty as hell, which I can clean, but I like taking my blade off first, and then I'll take my motor off my housing. And then, guess what, guys? I do everything in reverse. After I take my old motor off the housing, I put my new motor on the housing, and then I put my blade on. Make sense? It will shortly. If it doesn't make sense now, it will make sense in the future. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back. 45 boroughs. Make sure I got my shit. And I do. So I'm going to put this blade up. Just out of our way. And I need a zip tie. Close this up. Alright, I got everything. Push this up. Until next time. Hopefully I don't have to do another condenser fan motor until next summer. Because I did like at least 4 or 5 within the past fucking 2 weeks. It's been crazy. I did more motors this one summer than I did the past like 4 years combined. I swear to God. It's insane. And guys, another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark where the wires are, because I don't think I'm going to be able to use this on a new motor. I usually wrap my wires around a zip tie, wrap my wires around electrical tape and zip tie it to the grill. But I'm going to mark the orientation so I know exactly what direction I want my motor to face. Why don't you give me the word? Alright, so look. Nothing too crazy. Just an X. And I don't know exactly what that X means. But let me put this back. I still need all this. I'm gonna need that later. Let me put this back. I'll be right back. Give me the world. Just give me what you can't get back. All right. Now, I already mentioned this in multiple shirts. You guys already know what tool I use to take the, well, I usually use this tool to mount the new motor, but with this particular one, I can probably get lucky and use, what is it, my 7/32 nut driver. Come on, phone. I can use my 7/32 nut driver, or worst case, I can just use my my wrench set, but whichever way is easiest, I'm gonna do it. First, I'm just gonna put some lubrication oil over these damn bolts so they can turn. And I need my wrench set here. Let me see what size this thing is first. No, it's my 7/32 won't work on this Hillsworth shop. Bingo. Why don't you get, you see this, guys? 7/16. That is what I'm going to use to loosen the screws from the motor to the grill, or to the housing. Grill, housing, same thing. Why don't you give me, just give me what you can't get back. God damn. Shit was old as hell. You guys see that? What the hell? You got this shit. This didn't come from the housing. I can't see what you guys see. The glares in the way. But yeah, the holes are still in the housing. I don't know what the hell this is. Maybe this is like some type of brace or something. I don't know. But I'm gonna take this out. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back. Hey guys, now what I'm doing is I got my 5464 outdoor fan motor. I'm going to mount the motor to the housing, flip it, and then that's what I'm going to worry about. The blade and the wires. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back. Now I'm looking at this in real time with you guys. I don't know the orientation of this old motor. The only thing I do know is that this thing was a 10 microfarad cap. Let me hold this in a way that I can. All right. See that quarter horse? Rotation counterclockwise, lead in. And see that 10 cap there? I can't focus the camera. I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe the sunlight. Yeah, it's a quarter horse. Rotation, CCW, lead in. And the old one was a 10. So, let's learn something new today, guys. If you guys already knew this, disregard it. But to avoid me from hooking this motor up and having to cross the wires, it's important to know the orientation of your old motor. So guys, with the outdoor fan motors, you got two different ways. You got lead in and you got shaft in. Shaft in is, of course, looking at it from this side. Lead in is looking at it from this side. Counterclockwise, lead in is that way. I'll repeat, Pay attention, guys. Hold on, I'm getting a call here. That's a spam call. CCW LE counterclockwise, lead in is that way. Lead in counterclockwise. With this new motor, I can't get this fucking camera to focus. Basically, it says reverse. See that? Rotation reverse. Now, from experience, guys, reverse is counterclockwise. I don't know why the fuck this thing doesn't just say counterclockwise, but like I said, guys, and let's verify it with a piece of paper here, because this is very, very important. Because, like I said, if you guys don't pay attention to what I'm showing you, you're gonna hook all this up, and then now the new motor is gonna run backwards, and now you gotta take the housing out again, and you gotta swap the wires here. All right, I'm looking at this in real time with you guys here. I'm looking here. It says connection shown for counterclockwise lead in. Rotation. To reverse rotation, switch yellow and orange leads. Bingo, guys. That means I don't have to switch this. Remember, counterclockwise lead in. Doesn't that sound familiar? Lead in, counterclockwise is that way. Remember, CCWLE is that way. So that means, guys, I don't have to swap the orange and yellow wires. If this thing was clockwise lead in, meaning if it was going that way, then I'll have to swap the wires. So instead of orange, orange, yellow, yellow, it'll be orange, yellow, orange, yellow. Self-explanatory, guys. That's why you always RTFL. Read the fucking label. Alright. Who's that? Malcolm? What's going on, man? What's happening? Alright. I think one of y'all jinxed me too with these goddamn motors. Like I said, I had no problem doing them. But like I said, right now, what time is it? Eastern time. It's 1:22. I got 2 more calls left. If I do another motor, like I said, I'm gonna have to fight a random stranger after I get out. So I'm fucking with y'all, man. I got no problem doing these motors, guys, because most importantly, I stock what I need on these trucks. If I had to go back and forth to supply houses, then like I said, guys, that would fuck up my day. And now I can't finish these jobs same day. And like I said, I know you guys been through it. Those that are out running service calls, ripping and running to supply houses. It's okay to do it like from time to time, but if you make it a habit of doing that each and every day, now guys, instead of doing the job in an hour, now it's taking you 2 or 3 hours, and that really fucks up your day. So you want to try to be proactive and try to be as efficient as you can with these motors. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 4 screws out. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back. Where's my X? Here it goes right there. Alright. I'm not sure if you guys just caught that there. Check this out. You remember I was telling you I'll mark where everything goes? That's self-explanatory, guys, because, and I'm like, I got enough space here, but I'm like on a one-way technically, but I got enough space. I ain't got to worry about nobody hitting my damn truck. But guys, anyway, you remember that X that I made? The hole is right here regardless, but if I didn't have this hole, I need to know the orientation, because I want this new motor to go exactly how the old motor went with the wires. So I'm going to want my wires to be somewhat on this side of the housing, but I can do that and show you guys at the same time. I got to get busy here, guys. I got to get busy. I got to get busy. Why don't you give me the world? Just get on. in here. All I need is one screw to keep the weight up. So I ain't gotta hold the weight of this motor while I do this shit here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put two on here just for stability here. Just for stability. 7:30 seconds. And voila. See that? Oh. You got it? Come on, you go. Come on, come on. Now, guys, good thing I'm almost done with this damn motor, because I couldn't do this in the back of the van. I like doing this from the side, because I don't like putting these motors on the ground. So I'm like less than 30 minutes away from being done with this damn motor, but they got enough space to go around. But yeah, guys, what I was saying, let me open this up so I can show you. Hold on. I gotta put this phone down. Hold on, fellas. Hold up. That was a school bus. I guess the school bus didn't have space. All right, guys, check it out. My wires are gonna go right through that termination point there. I only have 2 screws on right now. I got to put the other 2 mounting screws on, but let me do that, because I definitely didn't want to. They be driving like fucking idiots out here, so I definitely didn't want to waste too much time where I'm at now on the side of this damn van. So let me get busy here, fellas, shall we? Let's get busy with this damn motor. Let's get busy with this motor. Why don't you? Now, since I got 2 on, I can do this from right side up here. I don't have to hold this thing sideways. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back. Alright, guys, I don't know what the hell this plate was. Let me show you. So when I took that motor off, this fell out, but I thought initially this was the damn housing. I thought I was going to be shit out of luck. But yeah, this fell out, but I still have more than enough space to do my thing. So now what I'm gonna do is before I put my blade on and lose my space, I'm gonna take my wires up and I'm gonna zip tie them where I need everything to go. Because guys, once I put my blade on, then you'll see it's gonna be next to impossible to start taping and zip tying wires. So you want to make sure, like I said, you work smart and try to do things with as much space as you possibly can. Because once, like I said, the space goes away, that's when shit gets real. That's when shit gets real, fellas. That is when shit gets real. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get that. So guys, what I'm doing right now is I'm just zip tying. I'm just putting electrical tape over the wires, and I'm gonna zip tie it to the grill. And then once I put the blade on, and I get my capacitor, I'm ready to just mount this motherfucker. I'm gonna bring everything in the house already assembled. I'm gonna mount this mofo and wire it up. And like I said, guys, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We out. Now, guys, you guys never seen me do a condenser fan motor. I think the last one I did was a blower motor, and I think the other one, what the hell was it? I think it was a condenser fan motor I had to do the day before that install. Was it last week? I think. But like I said, guys, I mean, it's not really much to it. I don't know what you guys learned so far from watching me do these motors, but like I said, my technique is, like I said, is always the same. Of course, there's variables, like if you guys are dealing with ECM motors, for instance, like, I don't know, like just some random shit, but like I said, for the most part, guys, these PSC motors, they're all the same. And like I said, you don't really have to reinvent the wheel doing this shit. You know, do we try to do OEM? Yes, but most of the time, guys, for efficiency reasons, we work with what we got. And like I said, you know, it never fails. Now, can you fuck up a rescue motor? Yes. That's why I always tell you guys, know what the hell you're taking out, because like I said, guys, these rescue motors can't work in every application. So, like I said, and this shit is almost done. This tape is almost out. But yeah, guys, you just work smart out there. And like I said, I encourage, whenever I do these live videos, I encourage you guys to ask any questions you want. Because like I said, you know, I don't know everything, but like I said, you know, when I was in that entry point of just getting experience, you know, I don't care how stupid my question sounded, I'm still gonna ask the question. So whatever questions I can answer for you guys that's job related to what I'm doing, like I said, I want you guys to definitely tap in, man, and get some knowledge. We call that catching some wreck, man. I want you guys to catch some wreck, get some experience, and learn something new today. Learn something new. Why don't you give me the world? Business is booming. You damn right. Somebody gotta pay. So yeah, guys. Like I said, another thing, right? What is it? July. Like I said, guys, keep in mind I'm in Pennsylvania, so it's not gonna stay like this forever. So it took me a couple years. Like I said, I used to bitch and complain about working late hours in the summer, but then I realized, guys, wherever there's ups, there's going to be downs. So what that means, for every summer, it's going to be a point, guys, and this could happen either in September, October, who knows, but it's going to get slow. So, like, guys, and of course, for business owners, you think about this shit, because like I said, guys, you know, it's going to be a point after the summer, before the winter, where things slow down. So you have to be able to, you know, for one, make sure you're charging enough, and two, you know, make sure you're game planning for, they call it shoulder seasons. Make sure you guys are game planning for when it slows down. Me, like I said, I already thought about this years prior, so I already know exactly what to expect. But that's what I'm telling you guys. I don't mind. Like I said, when it's busy, I get into my zone. I hope everybody else, I keep everybody else in positive vibes. But like I said, guys, when I rock and roll, I only care about getting shit done. I only care about getting shit done. Customers happy, job's done, and we move on to the next one. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back. 45 Rose. Take a swig of my liquid IV. And I ran out of the cherry. I got the strawberry flavor with me today. But yeah, guys, this is what I was telling you. Zip tied it. Come on, phone, hold on. I zip tied it. Well, I electrical taped it to put everything in one strand. And then I just zip tied it to the grill. So once I put my blade on, all this is done. There's no reason for me to do what I'm doing now again. Once I cut this access, snip, snip, put my blade on, set screw. Now it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh shit, I got it. Come on, phone, turn. This motherfucker. Here we go. Alright. Where we at with it? Cut this. Alright. Now, I wipe my hands. I'm gonna try to wipe this blade down, guys, but like so I'll wipe the blade down as best as I can, but like I said, if I can't get this shit squeaky clean, as long as nothing's broken, then so the fuck be it. Biggest thing I want to do is just keep this shaft area clean, so I know my new motor is gonna go in. I'm not gonna have any issues. XYZ, ZYX. Like I said, guys, this unit is only like 10 years old. You'll see. And like I said, I don't know if I'll be able to record while I bring this in, because one, my hands are gonna be full. But I don't know if I'm gonna lose service in the house, because I tried the live stream from inside going out, and like I said, I didn't get service. But all right, guys, got my set screw. All right, where's my 3/8 wrench? It's right here. Why don't you give me the word? Just give me what you can't get back. Put a little lubrication in this. Why don't you give me the word? Just give me what you can't get back. And guys, you see me use gloves here because I already cut my fucking hands up. Like I said a couple days ago, I just want to make sure that the wounds heal up. And like I said, I'll go back to not using gloves, but that's why I just hate cutting my hands on installs. And most of the time, I don't even know I'm cut. I just look up and I see blood coming from my hand, and I'm like, what the hell? Why don't you give me the word? And what I'm going to do, guys, this hub isn't dropping all the way down on the shaft. What I'm going to do, where's my sandpaper? I'm going to take some sandpaper and try to clean inside of this hub just a little bit. Because like I said, this shit was dirty as hell. Why don't you give me that? Just give me what you can't get back. And God trust me, that's for 850 deluxe. Now let me show you here. So it's not dropping all the way down. What I can do is I can probably hit this, because I did put lubrication around it. And guys, once again, this is the new motor. Hold on. This is the new motor. The hub isn't going all the way down. So what I'm going to do is just tap this lightly. Hopefully I can knock this down. And as you can see, I just don't like my hub being towards the end of the shaft, because that worries me. I don't want the damn, to come loose. I don't want the set screw to come loose. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my channel locks and I'm going to line my set screw up. Just like that. I just did that. One hand on put my channel locks on my shaft of the motor, and I just turned it until I got the middle part lined up. And now I just put my screw in. And guys, this is what I was telling you. When you use those pulley pullers, do not put the hole, or do not put the screw for the pulley puller over the set screw. If I would have did that, that would have warped this hole and the screw never will go on right. And guys, if you warp the hole on the set screw, if you warp the hole on the hub and the set screw doesn't work, now you gotta get a whole new blade. So I definitely been there and done that. And like I said, guys, the more you do these motors, the more you just want to cover your ass and make sure that everything's done right, and you don't create unnecessary steps. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back. All right, tighten this bad boy up. Tighten this bad boy up here. I think I gotta replace the compressor capacitor too. I'm not gonna use a 3-wire setup, guys. You heard me say this before. With outdoor fan motors, I use 4-wire setups. So a 4-wire setup means you're gonna have a separate capacitor for your compressor, as you would the outdoor fan motor. So all right. That's done. All right. Now I got to get my capacitors, and I got to go to the backyard. I want to pack up some of the stuff I know I'm done with here too, and I got to get the fuck out this street. And I don't actually need my whole tool bag. Let me show you. So I got my blade on, and like I was telling you, I like not having the hub towards the end. And I got my wires nice and clean out there. So now what I got to do is I got to look at the box and see what size. This is 230. Which is a 7.5, and what I have out there, I had a 45 microfarad. I had a 45-10, so I'm gonna need a 45 microfarad for my compressor, and I'm gonna need a 7.5 for my outdoor fan motor. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sit this down. Hold on, I'm gonna sit this down out of my way. And I think, guys, this is probably gonna be one of those vlogs where, like I said, we're just gonna stream until we lose service. I know if it drops, then like I said, it is what it is. But I'm just letting you guys know. Hopefully it stays on, but if not, then I'll probably put that on a separate video. Why don't you give me the one? All right, guys, hold on. I gotta get me shit. Why don't you give me? What was it? 7.5. What else I need? I'm done with this. I'm done with the wrench set. Actually, yeah, I'm done with the wrench set. Right now, I'm just getting everything I need. I don't need my whole tool bag. Like I said, that alley is pretty tight. So, I need this. I will need some zip ties. Instead of using the ones in my tool bag, I'm gonna use my other ones here. And I'm gonna need one zip tie with the perforated hole for my outdoor fan motor capacitor. I need my stubby to take these screws out the back. Well, put these screws in the back side. You'll see, taking those screws out on the back side is going to be a pain in the ass. Use this to clean out the electrical components. Boom, boom, boom. I don't need to make any spade connections. And I actually took this thing out with one glove. So what I'm gonna do, I might have to put my phone in the bucket while I go inside because my hands are gonna be occupied. Let me get one more victory swig, and yeah, guys, what we're gonna do next is we gotta take this out. Take this back outside to the outdoor unit, mount this bad boy, fish the wires through, and then like I said, mount our capacitors, hook it up, and we're good to go. All right, let me move this shit out the way here. Just give me what you can't get back. Make sure I got my truck key. Hold on, guys. Hold up. Because I got to lock my van. If I'm not working near my van, this shit is locked. Alright. And do I need my kneeling pad? Probably not. Alright, guys. What I'm about to do is I'm about to put this phone in the bucket, and I'm gonna go outside with it, and we're gonna get this bad boy rocking and rolling. Why don't you give me the world? Just give me what you can't get back. $45 bucks. Ain't got so much for $850. Just give me what you can't get back. Hey. All right, thank you. All right, could you do me a favor? Could you close all the doors? The doors following this? Yeah. Hey, what's going on? All right. I actually got a cooler full of water, so
I'm glad. God.
Yeah.
I was like, Brendan, did you offer him anything to drink?
Yeah, that should be good. Like half the job is almost done. Once I get this motor in, I gotta clean the unit out and then I'll test it.
Oh my God, thank you. You're an angel.
Yep, no problem. All right. We almost there. Hold on. So, this stuff out the unit. Usually if you can't see the ground or see the bottom of the unit, that's a good sign that you gotta get some. this stuff out of the unit. Where can I put this? Why don't you give me let's get some screws on. Glad the sun went away from this alleyway, that's for sure. It was brutal. It was brutal. Let me make sure, because this one is there we go. There we go. Alright. So you know, one thing I was missing is my extension bit. I want to turn it to make sure this thing isn't hitting the compressor. I don't know if I can reach this. Yeah, that's a good sign. It's moving somewhat. Alright, I'm gonna let that rip. I don't need the extension bit. Well, yeah, now I just gotta put the housing screws on. And shit, I don't know what I'm doing here. Come on, stay still. Alright. Stay still. Alright. Stay still. Here we go. Now that's in. Now the party starts. Now the party starts. For these 3 screws, that's what I needed, my stubby. I actually took that side off where my wrench at. Let me see where the holes are. I can't see. I can't see. There we go. All right. All right, let me put these other two. Hold on. Hold up. Almost done. All right, got that in. The last one is over here. All right. So, clean this debris out the unit here. Why don't you give me? All right, I need a few things here. I gotta get a sheet metal screw for that capacitor because I'm gonna use this to strap it in place. And this was the old one. And so you guys know I wasn't bullshitting. That's not a 45-1. That's a 10. So that old motor definitely has some, I don't know. I'm not used to seeing too many 10 microfarad OEM motors. But, all right, let me get a mental list together here. I got to get the screw. I got to get a rag, wipe it off the unit. All right. I'm going to say this here. I'll be right back. Let me get my stuff. All right. Let me show y'all something here. So, I got this for my mountain screw. And guys, this is just a habit. I always like moving the blade with no power, just to make sure I don't hear any clinking sounds. And the blade is moving. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. What do you mean? Elaborate, my friend. Please elaborate. I just got back. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is I don't need this yet. I'm done with the brush. I don't need this once I cut my zip ties. I don't need that yet. And I'm gonna keep these handy. Alright. Got my 2 money makers here. Where's my drill? Oh, here we go. I'm bugging out. Alright. Now, guys, what I'm doing now, I'm just wiring this up. So, shouldn't take me more than a few minutes to do. Shouldn't take me more than a few minutes to do. That's cool. Get some electrical tape. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some tape. Alright, guys. I had to get some tape. And even if I'm still putting these capacitors on their own separate clamps, I still like taping the terminals so nothing freaky happens here. All right, guys. I got this thing wired in, and I got my meter. I want to check the amps on the fan, but most importantly, I want to make sure this thing runs in the right direction. And I'm trying to do this here. Hold on, can you see? I knew that was going to happen. A bunch of stuff was going to fall right in front of me. You heard that compressor, how it was like, eh. That's how it was sounding earlier, but I guess with the fan motor now running, it calmed down a little bit, and that's exactly what you want. guys, I can't see the numbers here. Was that a 6.4? I'm looking at this upside down. Cool. And guys, you can actually hear that compressor. You can hear that compressor run. And if you had to question the orientation, look at the towel. The towel is blowing. And guys, that's all there is to it. But unfortunately, I got 2 other jobs to get to today. And I would prefer not to work at nighttime if I don't have to. So I gotta put some pep in my step. I see my suction line starting to sweat, so that's definitely a good sign. I gotta go inside. I gotta look at the filter, and I'm gonna check my temperature difference inside, make sure my supply is spot on. And guys, as a point of reference, right now it's like 94. Hold on, let me look at this. Hold on. I got a missed call, 385. That was earlier. Yeah, guys, it's touching 100 degrees already. So it's hot. And I think I got blessed by the gods, because as soon as I got here, guys, see where all that shade is? It was burning hot like a motherfucker. And that's why I told the customer I had to go to the truck and do this motor at the truck, because there's no way in hell. Like I said, guys, for me, I don't like transporting a bunch of things back and forth. Like I said, if I'm setting up an outdoor fan motor, I set everything up at the truck, bring it here, wire it up, hook it up, and that way I know I'm good. The only thing I have to do out here is just wire it up, mount the capacitors, and like I said, screw in the housing. That's pretty much it. But yeah, guys, there you have it. I'm gonna rock out. I gotta check my TD inside, but peace out, guys. This unit should, at this point now, I just gotta do the maintenance and write and type up the paperwork, make sure everything is documented, and I gotta get up out of here. Peace out. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.